6 months is a long time when you are accruing skincare, hair care, makeup, the works. So how has Boxycharm and Ipsy done in 2024 so far? Let's talk about that. If you are new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I do a ton of makeup videos, also lifestyle, Boxycharm Ipsy. I do a lot of different things here. And this is going to be my 6th month review, going all the way back to January to June. And I have to say, the two outside months, January and June, leave a lot to be desired in this beauty space, because what I'm going to tell you about are the things that I still have in this collection, how I feel, have they dropped off my radar, and there have been a lot of declutters this year. You have seen a whole declutter series on my channel, and absolutely that applies to the things in here that I've gotten so far this year, but also as I was pulling these things out, we're gonna be decluttering things on camera today. Grab your tea, grab your snack. This is gonna be a long one. Before we dive into all of these products, I wanna take a quick moment to thank today's video sponsor, Yesoul. Today, I am thrilled to share with you the amazing features of the Yesoul bike, your ticket to a healthier lifestyle. This Yesoul bike, though, isn't just like an ordinary bike that you see. It really has been a game changer for me with the fitness and well-being that I'm looking to do at home. It is hot this summer, and getting outside is not always easy with the thunderstorms and the excessive heat. So with this sleek design and a sturdy build, this bike is perfect for beginners and fitness enthusiasts alike. I've never done any biking, you guys, so if I'm telling you this is good for beginners, trust your girl. One of the standout features of the Yesoul bike is its adjustable resistance, its amazing app, and it has so many amazing features. The app was truly stunning to me. Not only are there some easy beginner workouts to really kind of get you into this, but also they have classes for things like stretching, yoga, strength training, cardio options. It's not just about the bike, it's really about you and how you can truly utilize not only this bike, but also all of the other features that you can use that screen to look at all of those. You don't have to use just your phone with this. You can use the screen that comes with the bike that does pivot. I'm going to show you here how Adam was helping to really showcase how you can make this all customizable for you between the seat, the foot straps, and it is so easy to connect. And as you can see here, what you're looking at is Adam going like, you know what, I want to work out, but I want to watch the soccer going on. So he put it on YouTube and he was able to stream it and cast it super easily. I also was loving that feature as well. It's super easy just to connect your phone and it will mirror to the screen. So you can follow along with all of the workouts that are from the beginners to the more advanced. And of course, you guys, sometimes we want to just disconnect. We don't want to think. We just want to be able to like look beautifully at some kind of gorgeous background. And you can actually do scenic rides. That was so exciting for me because I've heard of people doing this for a long time, but I've never seen it. This is a very, very affordable version of like the Peloton, essentially. I also was just sometimes wanting to catch up on my favorite YouTubers because you don't have time sometimes in the day to get in a workout and the extracurriculars. So the fact that I could sit down and watch some of my favorite YouTubers, as I love to call them, I was so in it. I was excited. There are also some amazing features to this. Like you can just listen to music. You can binge watch Netflix. There really are no limits with this bike. And I really found it really easy as I was using it over the first few days as far as adjusting the intensity. The intensity can be adjusted so you could start out a little bit easier. And then as you progress, you could get a lot more advanced with making the rides a little bit more difficult. They also tell you when you can make them more difficult if you are doing some of the videos that they put together for you with this. I love the surround sound as well. Adam and I this summer are watching less TV, so a way that we can kind of get in a little bit of a fun show or movie is to get on there like we have a full movie experience on our ride. And I can offer you $100 savings, you guys, compared to whatever else is on the market right now. That is a huge savings. Thank you so much to Yesoul for sponsoring this portion of my video. Now, I will tell you when things have fallen off my radar, and I think I used this product once, maybe twice, and it fell off my radar amongst the other things I have in my collection already and purchased and got. So I do want to put this top of mind. This is a Paradox Volume Hairspray. I was pretty excited for this because in the beginning of the year, I had just received at the holidays a Shark styler and I had been doing a ton of blowouts. So that's when I was really using this. But again, it was only a couple of different times. I seem to recall liking it, but again, fallen off my radar. So this is something I do need to rediscover in my collection. I feel like I need to go fast because we have a lot of things to talk about here, you guys, and I know you don't want to be here all day. But I do like seeing some hair care products in our beauty boxes simply because I do feel like we've kind of run the gamut of a lot of skincare, a lot of other things that can start to feel like duplicates. So I don't mind when we get something great for hair like that. You will be seeing a lot of skincare in this video because, as we know, it has been very heavy on the skincare lately. However, you also not be seeing a lot of skincare because some stuff, if I started getting too many things, I wanted to gift them, give them to friends, give them to women's shelters. Wherever I could give, I did choose to do that. So it's not going to be everything. And keep in mind, Boxy and Ipsy have a lot of varieties. But something I did keep in my collection was a Feel Squalene Facial Oil. This is supposed to brighten skin, help with wrinkles. I did use this a bit in the beginning of the year. However, I got some other skincare through the months that I'll be telling you about that really took over what I was preferring, and this definitely fell to the wayside. It's still in my collection, did not declutter it, but with so many skincare things that compete with similar claims, some things just stand out more than others. So is this something that could possibly be decluttered in the future? Could I find somebody else that may love it? Yes, this is definitely in the realm of possibilities to be decluttered in my next round. Not because it's not great, but because something else that came in the boxes and bags took my heart. This is a tiny little muffin, and I forget to use this, but after my last declutters, I chose to keep it to remind myself to use it. I am wearing this powder today, one of the few makeup products I have for January still. This is the Ultra Set Toy Factory Mineral Niacinamide Setting Powder in Translucent. It is a little tiny Barbie style powder component, and I will say, I think it did a pretty decent job. I wasn't too sure at first for under the eyes, and I do have powders that do better under the eyes. This is something that I think would be fine for travel if I didn't like really care about how my powder looked. It's fine powder, but it's maybe not my ultimate favorite. Today's makeup is doing pretty decently so far though, but like I said, under the eyes I am seeing some like just moments of some creasing that I wouldn't see with some of my favorites. So while it's not terrible, it's probably not my favorite, and I'm not too familiar with Toy Factory products, so maybe if you know a bit more than me, give me some ideas below of how to use this. Eyeliners everywhere in 2023, and 2024 isn't as bad maybe about eyeliners, but I'm still getting a ton. One of them that I do have on today up in my lash line is this, how do you even say this brand? YC Collection. Now it calls itself an Island eyeliner. And because of the component being green and white, I really thought it was going to be green. And that's truly the only reason I opened it. And then when I opened it and realized it was just a smudgy black, I was having serious regrets right up front because I was like, I have so many black charcoal, very creamy, sometimes too creamy eyeliners, and this definitely falls into that category. I even got a little bit down here today after I put it up here in the waterline. It's so creamy. It's very easy to use in a waterline, and I'm very sensitive around the eyes, so that's why I was like, this isn't totally decluttered for me yet, but it's one of those products that had it have been a green or like the word island made me think it was gonna be not black, I would have probably used this more. I use it here and there, but I have so many eyeliners. You're gonna hear that through this video. I have a lot of liners. I don't need a lot of more. Back it off, Ipsy. Boxycharm. Back off on the filler products, you know what I mean? And the last thing that I actually still have in my possession for January, again, if you want to see all the products that came in January, go back to that video because you'll see everything unboxed and tried on for you. The only other thing that I have left at this mark in the year to let you know what I think was worth keeping was this Ofra palette. This is a beautiful signature palette that I really like, and today I did pop into one of the OG favorites, right? This is Rodeo Drive. This is a gorgeous palette, very easy to wear any time of year, great neutrals, great browns, golds, great for summer. I have this on my eyes today along with a bunch of other things that we're going to be talking about, and this was really nice. A Rodeo Drive you can't go wrong with, on the face, on the eyes, you name it. This was definitely worth keeping for me, but that was really it for January. So February, I can tell you, is gonna be a hefty month for us to get through. Take a sip and let's dive in. The reason I feel like February was so product heavy was because that was a triple trifecta. That was when it was the bag, the Boxycharm, and the icon. So there was some serious high expectations for that month. The things that I still have in my collection, are quite doozies. Oh, one of the things that I got really excited about and I have not put on today, so I'm gonna do it with you, is this very bougie $85 perfume. Perfumes are really making the rounds right now. In the beauty community, they are just one of the top things people are loving. And this is the Maison Louis Marie number 13, and it smells very womanly. Little powdery. No, my husband would say more than a little powdery. A lot more powdery than probably he would like. On the skin, it has a touch of floral to it as well. It is a really nice scent that I'm popping on right now, and I was pretty excited to get this. I think this actually came in the Icon, which was a Gwen Stefani takeover. So much fun, because we know she has her own brand, but I am still disappointed, even though it's not like an actual takeover box, it's more like a curated box of getting the things they love. I would love to see more of the actual makeup brand, if the person has one like Gwen Stefani does, to give us more of her products. That's just kind of how I personally feel about that. But this is also the month that I'm gonna have to declutter something with you. And it's not really the product's fault, it's a Nichole, this is why you need to go through your makeup all the time, because there's some things expired in here. Let's get the skincare out of the way for all of the things that I got that month, because I'll be honest, some stuff is still in boxes because, again, excessive amounts of skincare, this is where it gets really tricky when that's what we're getting.
So I got 1, 2, 3
skincare products left, and I'm pretty sure there was even more in there that I ended up either using or decluttering by now. Oh yes, I used up the Enza Beauty cleanser. I was really loving that. Adam loved that. If you don't know, my husband loves to try some of the skincare, especially the cleansers. That one we went through probably within a month and a half. The skincare I still have, one that's still completely in box, is the Ren Skincare Glyconic Mask with AHAs in it. It brightens and smooths. Again, we have all kinds of things that brighten and smooth, something else I'm loving right now, so it's in the arsenal, okay? I got it as a backup. Also, there is a hair cream, a Saskatchewan Heat Protectant hair cream. I was able to try this at least once, I do believe. Again, getting some hair care is nice. I just haven't had an opportunity to do too much with it yet. And the Grown Alchemist. This is the Skin Renewal Day Cream. These always look like little paint containers to me, I think. But these are actually really nice products, very high end, very bougie. I have used this, as you can see, it's been pressed in. But again, as I get more skincare through the season, I forget about things get moved around as I'm trying stuff, so this has fallen off my radar. Not in the realm of getting decluttered though, kind of like some of the other things were maybe, because this I do like. All right, I've talked about this recently, and this is in the realm of possibilities of being decluttered, but not yet. This feels like an old school product meets new school. I don't know how to describe it. This is ABH. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. This really does not make your brows as like stiff or firm as you think it would be, even though it's called a brow freeze. It keeps them very light and fluffy. It's just not a product I find myself reaching for a bunch. It did come with this little spoolie, so I'm still trying to decide with this one, quite honestly. It's one of those things that I'm like, how many months do you have with this? 6 months, and I got it in February. June. I gotta figure this out because I've only got a couple more months left with this. But in other words, this is not something that I would like to purchase myself. This isn't something I've gone out of my way to get. So it just kind of tells you where I'm at with this type of product. When I get new brushes, it becomes a little ritualistic for me. I got these Luna Magic brushes, and sometimes when you get brushes, you may not be too excited maybe in the moment. It really comes to life as you're doing the day-to-day work, right? Working on the powders, working on the contouring, on the bronzing, the blushing. This brush is so cute. It has 3 little diamonds on it. It's a nice little packaging here. The base feels kind of light, but not bad. The bristles are lovely. This particular one, I've been using a ton for powder, as you can see from the bristles. And this more angular brush I use for a lot more like bronzers or blushes. These are really nice. I'd say these are really soft, but they're packed really nicely. I wasn't sure how much I would love using these, but I absolutely do. I use these kind of interchangeably with my more high-end Baddington brushes. So to me, these are very similar in feel on the face and how they apply my makeup. So I love that. I love that I have a backup for when this one's dirty or doing something else or in the cleaning mode, I can go to this. Now, the thing I'm gonna have to declutter right now on camera was a little unexpected, and this is why I have to do these videos, really staying in tune with what is in my collection, because I still have a mascara from this month. And why is that a problem, you ask? Because it's been opened and I've been using it, and that was how many months ago? February, March, April, May, June, July. Mascaras are only good for 3 months. You must get rid of them once they have been opened after 3 months, or you're going to get some kind of eye gunk. It's a possibility. Is it always a guarantee? No. But is it better for your eye health if you do? Yes, it's absolutely important that you do that. So I'm going to be decluttering this now. This was the full sleeve KVD mascara. I do believe this came with the Gwen Stefani icon. Wasn't my favorite, quite honestly. I had high hopes for it, but it truly was not my favorite. I will show you the brush. It's a nice wand. It doesn't look like it would be anything too difficult, but it just did not work well for my lashes. But I do claim that I'm a little particular when it comes to mascaras, just because of my eye shape and the way my lashes just like to lay flat. So this is going to get decluttered, not because it's, you know, the worst thing I've ever tried, but it's old. It's time. It's expired. Something I am wearing today that did come from Gwen's brand was this lipstick. This is the Tragic Me in Original Me. Or is it Original Me and Tragic Me? I don't really know, but that's the name on the component right there. It's a nice deep nude. I would say it almost gets a little too dark for me. I did put a gloss on it just to kind of waken it up a little bit, but it is a very comfortable lipstick to apply. I would like to try more of her makeup for sure. Now there is one other thing in here from her makeup, but it was a liner, but it was a colorful liner. So that's where sometimes it's kind of like, okay, if it can be different than other things we've gotten, I am okay with getting something that we tend to get a lot historically as filler product. Lipstick, really good, like it, still in the rotation. And I do think of it from time to time when I'm thinking of a bullet lippy, but I'm not always doing a bullet lippy, so that's just kind of more of a Nichole thing right now. Now, this liner, on the other hand, is Line It Up. It's a 24-hour gel pencil liner. Now, these are hecka creamy. So creamy that literally I just did a little bit on my lid today, took a brush and just started moving the product, because you don't need a lot of this and it can spread. It's not something that stays super precise. So this is something that I needed to work with another tool, but I do like the vibrancy of this. I think this is really pretty color for summer. I think it's something that I do like to kind of like, I like to have that little pop of color sometimes, whether I'm doing a nude eye look or something even a little bit bold. Sometimes a fun juxtaposition of a color like this can really make the eye look elevate. It can pop it to that next level without a lot of work. Like I said, I just put a little smudge and then use the brush to kind of like wing it out a little bit and spread it across the lid. I do like this. I've kept this in the arsenal, in the rotation. I don't wear a lot of liners all the time either. That's kind of why all of the liner palooza, I'm like, can we pump the brakes? Give us some other styles of makeup. But this was a nice little treat. Now let's talk about some eyeshadow palettes, because that month we did get 2 at least. It may have been a third one. This may have been the month that there was another small round one from the bag, that because I got 2 other eyeshadow palettes, I wanted to gift away. I didn't want to hoard makeup after I just decluttered this whole beauty space. Let's talk about 2 amazing brands. So this came in the Boxycharm, and it is Ace Beauté. If you are unfamiliar, the first time I was ever introduced to Ace Beauté was through Boxycharm, and these are such pigmented, beautiful shadows. I love that this one has a mirror. Now this one feels really deep, doesn't it? This feels very vampy, very dark. This is the Mystic Romance. And you know, February, I could see why they were feeling like we needed to have a little mystic romance in our lives, but it is very deep. So I have to say the color story is not something I tend to gravitate to. I honestly don't think about it too much, honestly, because of the color story. It is very obvious with the packaging. It's deep, it's vampy, and I don't go very vamp that often, but I did go there today with you, but also with the Dominique Cosmetics palette. So keep in mind, right now I have 3 different palettes on my eyes. This, and this. And we're not done. There's one more palette in here that I'm going to talk about later in the video. Now this is the Essential palette from Dominique Cosmetics. I do love Dominique Cosmetics shadows. I personally feel that these are very similar, at least in my personal humble opinion, to Viseart. I find that these are there's a nice fine powder to them that it really blends beautifully. You can build them up or you can leave them a little bit more minimalistic, but there's always a great pigmentation to them, but you can add more or you could go less. So you can create so many different looks with the same shadows. That is why I've hit pan on my Viseart and why I love all of my Dominique Cosmetics palettes. This one is beautiful. I have used like all 3 of these neutrals today to really just kind of like play around, build up a base for my eye look, because I had no idea what I was gonna do. The fact that I got both of these in the same month was just like an extra big treat to start out the year. The month of February for me was a total win. A lot of different options, a lot of great products in there. Some name brand that we've heard of that we're excited for, but also some indie products that were really, coming in being great quality. I don't mind indie products if they can be great quality. I also don't like a ton of filler products, and I don't feel like we really got that many that month. And I'm smelling that perfume right now and I'm loving it. So moving on to March, we got another similar product that we had gotten to the previous month. And that can sometimes, when you're getting that fresh new box and you're excited and you open it up and you see similar products to what you got the previous month, it can be a little like, oh, I was excited for something new, something exciting. But I will say these brushes, even though I did get brushes the prior month, these brushes, I think these are from SL Miss Glam, are really nice. I have used this for the eyes the most. This face brush, I don't really use one of these flat brushes too much, but these are very soft, very beautiful. They also have two little gems here, great color quality. I do think these are really nice brushes. I was probably a little like, oh, more brushes. I just got brushes, so whatever, but these are really nice. I'm not gonna lie to you, except I don't know what to do with this. What do you like to do with this one? And let's go through more skincare that we got in here. There is the Gloss Moderne Clean Luxury Body Cream. This I have been keeping in my shower. I use it from time to time. It's supposed to be a luxuriously rich, nourishing anti-aging cream. I don't know about that. I've forgotten about this next one though. And I like Girlactic. They are an indie brand, but I do like them. But this is the Sugar Face Scrub. It's a superfood fruit version. I just have this more in the arsenal in one of the many backup drawers I have in my bathroom because I have all the other face things that I'm currently using right now, and I only need to exfoliate my face too many times before I start to feel irritation too. Something I've already used up though, and I love, and I have had it over here on the side for like an empties video or maybe a shorts video soon. It's just this tiny little guy that I did get from the bag. I always say I feel like the Ipsy bag is usually a great entry point if you are curious about a subscription or you want to tiptoe back into it because it's $14 a month, super affordable, and you can select some of the products that you want. This Dazzle Me Get a Grip long-lasting makeup with a fine mist and oil control is already gone. It's already gone because I love it and I think it is a really great product. I used it up very quickly. Well, not too quickly. I mean, the size is really why I went through it so fast. This for me was something I would use on the daily just to mist down my makeup. It was long lasting. It kept stuff together. It didn't let things bunch and muss. And honestly, I realized after I was getting ready this morning, putting on some of these products for you, I was like, I need more setting sprays. I had no idea that I had gone through all of my favorites and now I just have the dewy ones left and it's summer and my face is oily. I don't need that much dew. Leave your recommendations down below. I'm very curious. Something affordable maybe? Another skincare piece that we did get that I forgot to mention earlier was this Soothing Repair Dermafirm Boxycharm. Now Boxycharms I have been really interested in, so I was not disappointed in this. This is something that is similar to a retinol. However, retinols can make our skin sensitive to vitamin D. It also doesn't have maybe as many benefits because it can make our skin more sensitive, whereas Boxycharm has all of the benefits of a retinol, but also doesn't make your skin super sensitive to sun, has a lot of other options that are great for your skin. So I am just saying this is something I am currently playing with and liking a lot. And I have one more thing to declutter on camera. Again, not because the product was bad. I actually liked this product way more than I liked the last product I had to declutter, and it is a mascara. This is from March. We can't keep things like that. No, it is July, middle of July, actually. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I keep wanting to pull it off like it's a lipstick. This component, for some reason, makes me want to do it. This is the lash sculpt. It was nice. I liked it more in the beginning, and then as it started to transition and oxidize, it became a little bit more difficult to work with, more clumpy. But it has been more than enough time. We need to declutter her because she's expired. I think that is everything for January through March. That was the first quarter, and now let's get into the second quarter where we're gonna be jumping into April. Now, April, I will say, I do have a few more things in the collection, but if you're noticing, it's not a ton of makeup so far, right? Like we're getting a lot of skincare, there's some hair care thrown in, a little bit of perfume. Now, this month I felt like was going to be a lot more skincare, and it kind of is, but there's some good makeup that did get to trailblaze through that I was really excited about. Get the skincare out of the way that I still have. I decluttered a lot of skincare though. I have a little note here that I did end up decluttering a lot of skincare, and this is also the month that the Buxom Plump Shot shot up my lips. It was so plumping that I'm not someone who is sensitive to tingling. It was starting to get painful there for me. So I ended up decluttering that pretty quickly. Just as a couple of side notes, there's a lot of skincare and I decluttered the Buxom lip shot. And these are the skincare products that I still have in my collection. I do like this brand. It's an indie brand. This is the N Beauty Slushy. This is also a Boxycharm, a hyaluronic acid Boxycharm serum. And since I just told you all the benefits that I was really liking with Boxycharm, I was actually pretty excited to get this. I have forgotten about it, honestly, because of some other things I've been getting, but I do need to pull this back out because it's good and I do like that it is in a pump. This is something that I feel like will be good for some travel because it's so small. This is the Biro Pore Refiner Toner, kind of like when you are just needing a little bit of toner. I have some big toners in my bathroom, so this will be nice for when I do some travel later this summer. Biro is also expensive, and we do find it a lot in subscription boxes, I feel. And then there is the Life Detox Face Mask, and it looks like by the packaging I have used it, but I honestly don't remember too much about it. So for me, unfortunately, this has been pretty unmemorable. Like, it wasn't doing anything so great for my skin that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do this again. Oh yeah, one more skincare piece, because we can't have enough skincare apparently that we can easily forget about the next month when we get the same kind of thing with a different product, different brand. This is the Dallas & James Skincare Watermelon Dream Cloud Cream. It is a gel to water oil-free moisturizer. Did I use this at first? Yes. Did I forget about it once I got better brands in my collection the next month? Yes. That's exactly what happened here. Minis are easy to fall off the radar when you get a lot of big packaging. It's a good problem to have, but also a problem. It's still a problem. Let's talk makeup. At least there's some decent makeup in here this month that I was really excited about. And one that I'm wearing today is a lip liner that is so close to my actual lip color. I loved it. This is also an indie brand, and I love indie brands if they're good quality. This is Scone Luxe Lip Liner in the shade Cosmo. It is so similar that sometimes it's almost too similar that you can't really see much of it. It just makes my lips look like a bigger lip, a little bit bigger of a pout, and I'm not mad about it. I like the formula. I think it is pretty creamy too. I've already had to sharpen her a few times because I've been using it. I do wish there was another one too, maybe like a little bit darker. I may look at their color line because I like it, but it's almost too similar that I'm like, I kind of need something a little darker if I'm doing any kind of color on my lips like today. Now I'm not wearing this liner because there's only so many liners a girl can wear and I have 2 on already, but this is another liner. This is in Lithe. It is a high definition eye gel liner and it's very creamy, very creamy. And on the back end here is a brush so you can spread the creaminess. I have used this and it's really good for smudging out a lash line. Uh-oh, we have another mascara. April, May, June, July. It's time. It's really close to the border. I actually used this the other day and it wasn't bad. This is the Tarte Big Ego. So like by the end of this month, I am gonna have to get rid of this. But with this mini, I'm glad to know that I do like this for the next time I purchase a mascara. This is really good. I do find that I thought this was similar to my current favorite mascara, which is just the $4.99 Essence. It really gives my lashes the big vavoom and spreads them and thickens them up the way I like for my big eyes. Otherwise, it looks like I don't have any lashes. This was very similar to that, and I do like it. This may have fallen off my radar a couple different times because I'll be like, pull this out, and then I don't. This is the Chica Beauty Fiesta palette. This is not a bad little palette. If anything, it's got some neutrals, it's got some pops of color, could be good for travel for later this summer. No mirror, but you know, it's an indie brand. Sometimes that packaging can get a little too expensive. This was something that I actually was surprised by. I thought it did pretty good, even though the pans are like little bite-sized pans. So when you're putting your brush into it, you know, it just kind of feels like a little baby. I actually kept this in my rotation because I did like it, but I haven't used it in a while. So I'm gonna think, as I'm coming up on the fall, I may be considering declutters. So I may be pulling some stuff out to be like, is this worthy to stay or am I gonna keep forgetting about it? Something I have been using, which kind of surprised me because I thought this was gonna be an eyeshadow palette. And this is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism Blush Palette. Big with a beautiful mirror. I have really liked this. There are like 5 mattes and then 1 shimmer one. And I accidentally discovered the shimmer one the day that I was trying this. And I've honestly had a hard time not going back into the shimmer one. What I like to do is go into one of the mattes, whatever color I'm vibing with. This is a great color story for me personally. I do tend to lean more towards coral, orange, brown based blushes than I do like the baby pinks and the Barbie pinks for my skin tone, my hair color, the way I like makeup to look on me. So a lot of times I'll be going into Twilight or something else, maybe Stargaze, but this shimmery Soleil color is so beautiful. You could just see how it does a little bit of reflection and it makes like a healthy glow. I love that so much. I feel like that is what makes that blush just pop a little extra. So I'll tend to mix them so it's not just a matte blush. Especially this warm time of year where we're wanting that glowy goddess look, I like this. I am wearing some of this today along with another blush that I will be telling you about soon. And that's all I had left for April. So I felt like that month was pretty okay. This was really the standout favorite for me, probably along with this lip liner, because I've used both of these probably the most from that month. Now we're gonna be getting into May, and May was another icon month. So that is a month that we're seeing a lot more products still in the rotation, meaning they're high quality, great brands. We've got some skincare, we have some makeup, but we also have things that have completely fallen off my radar. And that wasn't that long ago. Starting out with some skincare, let's get the skincare out of the way. There were things in here decluttered as well. I made a few notes to myself, but let's talk about all of this skincare-like products. Fenty Skin, this lives in my shower. I do like this. This is the Buff Rider Exfoliating Body Scrub. Again, there's only so much exfoliating a girl can do. This one is for body though. I do keep this in the shower for the legs, for the body. I do really like this. I think Fenty Skin is really great. I got really excited to see that because I've loved some of their things in the past. I love First Aid Beauty, and I also love that they went cruelty-free about a year ago maybe, so I love being able to use them again. This is the Bounce Boosting Serum with collagen and peptides for sensitive skin. I do have sensitive skin. I don't ever break out or have any issues with their skincare. This for me unfortunately is a little fallen off my radar because of the next month that I got another First Aid Beauty product that has stolen my heart. So again, even though when it's a great product, it can easily fall off your radar when you get something that next month that's even better maybe for what my personal skin's doing in that moment. So I'm keeping this, but again, I have to store all of this. So good problems to have, but still problems to have. And 8 Saints. I did not know how I was gonna feel about this. I didn't know the brand. Also was very confused as to how this packaging has nothing on it, but this is a brightening treatment. You've heard me say quite a few times in this video, I've gotten a lot of brightening treatments. This one though has surprised me and become an ultimate favorite. I use it every single day. This is a creamy product that I use after some morning serums to put on my face to really have that just very even base to my face. When I'm not wanting to wear makeup this summer, because let's be serious, I'm a beach girl. I want to be outside. I want to run around. I'm not always wearing a full face of makeup. This is something that really makes my skin look beautiful, makes my freckles just look like a little bit lighter, but more friendly, more youthful, the whole thing. I really love this. This is one of my favorite things I probably want to say from skincare, maybe overall right now. And this is makeup, but it is a mini and I have the big version. So that's why this is still in the component, because I am gifting this away because I have a big one. This is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is a nice primer. It's probably not my favorite primer, but I do think it does okay with holding the makeup on the base of my face, but the nose is really where I'm struggling, and I think with this primer. I'm still trying to decide if it is or not, but that's where I'm at currently with this. And the other skincare product is something that looks a little retro, doesn't it? It's a little bit of a throwback. How many of y'all grew up doing baby oil with your mom in the backyard? Paying for it now, skincare, 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 although we have an overload of it, so we're fixing it now, I guess. This is a different style though. This is Vacation Baby Oil with SPF 30. That's pretty exciting because when I was growing up, there was no such thing as a baby oil with SPF. At least I don't remember there being one, at least not in my house. So I have used this. I used this on a weekend though I shouldn't have, honestly, because what I ended up doing was putting this on my legs before I went to a backyard yoga party where we were doing like yoga before we had like a barbecue and got in the pool. And I was trying to do yoga in the Florida heat and humidity, so I was already sweating like crazy, and then I had this on my legs. So when I was trying to like, I don't know, grab my ankles or something, I was like, I'm too slippery. So that was a Nichole bad. But this is something that I will be using more of this summer, but I thought that was a funny little story. You're welcome for telling you how ridiculous I am. Now let's get into the makeup because there is a decent amount of makeup in here. Do you remember me saying not that long ago, if we rewind the video, that I don't mind getting an eyeliner if it's a fun pop of color? And because the Gwen Stefani one was blue, I was like, yes, I'm gonna use this. Great news, fine, I'm wearing it today. I didn't know that there was going to be another blue eyeliner from that also icon box because we gotta stick to a theme, I guess. So this icon box gave me another blue eyeliner from One Size. This is Point Made in Bossy Blue, but it is a different style. I mean, it is a liquid and it is a bit deeper. So there is that. I have worn this. I do think it's beautiful, a great formula, but I only have so many needs for so many eyeliners, and we've already talked about how many eyeliners I have in my life, and I have 2 eyes and I don't wear a lot of eyeliner. So I was a little disappointed that one of the few makeup items that I personally received was another eyeliner. At least it was blue. I'm glad it was blue, but I would have taken a green, a gold, something a little different. That's just personal preference. And then the other one size product, I'm just going straight into the icon box because I love when we get good quality makeup and stuff I want to try that I've never gotten to try before. That's why I do subscription boxes. So the one size came and I was so excited because this is one of their newer products. This is the Cheek Clapper. Sounds a little salacious. And it has 3 different blushes. Now my biggest thing is, like I said earlier, I like some blushes that are a little bit more on the coral side, a little bit more orangey brown bases, and these are Barbie Baby Pink. So I do have on the cream one today because I didn't have a lot of face makeup, honestly, from this whole year so far. So that is underneath here. On top of it, though, is the Lunar Beauty. And even now you can kind of see that there's not too much blush. And what you probably can see is probably the Lunar Beauty. There's also a shimmer here, and then there's also a matte. This would also be beautiful for the eyes. I just wish the colors, because I've heard this from a lot of people, were a little bit more deep. A little bit more, well, like I said, coral. These are really great though. It's a great formula. Really glad to get to try it. I don't think we got anything else that month, and I did do, you may want to go back and watch that video, because some people who did pay for the icon box didn't get any one size. And I know that it's not like a takeover box. It's not like a Fenty takeover. It's not like an Anastasia takeover like we've seen in the past with Boxycharms and back in the day when we used to get the Luxe box, RIP. Do you really think when you're going to get a creator that does the product, does the makeup, you'll get some of their products? So the people that didn't get any, I was heartbroken for them. I was pretty sad about that. Go check out that video. But there is more makeup to be had in here. There's 2 lip products that honestly have fallen completely off my radar. One of them is because of the color. The other one is for reasons that I don't wear a lot of bullet lippies. So this one it's What's Up Beauty. And this is Sepia, and it is a matte lipstick. It's a little bit on the like gray side as a base, so it can be a little polarizing maybe for some color stories, but I like it. It was nice. It's just not something I've been reaching for because I've not been in a bullet lipstick mind, and if I am, sometimes I'm pulling for something a little bit more comfortable on the lips because this is a little bit more dry. This is Lawless, and I was really excited for this because this is the balm stick, so I was really excited. But I got the shade Sugar Plum that is very dark. Now it doesn't come out too dark because it is a balm, but it does come out more berry toned. So that's where my brain has been like, I like the comfortability of this and the way it feels, even though it does kind of get a little everywhere because it's a balm. But because it's a deep color, sometimes it looks like I just ate a popsicle and I missed my mouth a little bit. You know what I mean? But it is a nice formula. I just haven't been reaching for them, honestly. So I either need to make some decisions. Am I going to use them, or am I going to just store them in my collection and not use them, or am I going to get rid of them? That's where my brain goes as I do these deep dive reviews with you of where I'm at with my makeup collection, especially when it comes to my Boxycharms, Ipsys, Icons. There is a mascara in here that I thought I was gonna like more than I do. I am wearing it on the lower lashes. I don't care for how it looks on my top lashes because I don't think it makes them stand out. This is a very pricey brand. This is Polite Society. Is this the old Tarte owner? Old Too Faced owner? Who is this owner? I can't remember. This is the Greatest Lashes of All Time mascara. Beautiful packaging. It's got these embossments here. It's beautiful. It feels luxe. The wand is not my favorite, but I know a lot of people do like that style of spiky wand. It's okay, but it really only works better for my lower lashes, not my upper lashes. Probably similar to the other mascaras we've seen here. I'll use them a bit more, and then I'll declutter it. I wouldn't repurchase this, but I liked trying it so I know, because I have been eyeballing this brand for a long time. I love when we see stuff that we're like, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about getting that. This is a great opportunity to try it. I love that about subscription boxes. We also got some brushes. There's one more in here that I forgot. I didn't forget. I don't know where it's at, to be honest with you. It's in my big collection of things to be washed. This is the Mia by Yesoul brushes. We're getting a lot of brushes this year. These are really nice quality though. I like these. I think they're kind of similar to my Farrah brushes that I like, so they're good. I used them today. And another palette that has stuff on it. This is the Ciate I Am Woman, What's Your Superpower Volume 2. We got the Volume 1 a couple of years ago, and that one was more rose gold, more warm pinks and stuff like that. These are more on the purple side, a little bit more on the dusty, cool tone side. This palette, I will say the formula is nice. However, this color story, again, is not something I gravitate to, so I don't pull it out nearly as much as I did the Volume 1. And I did declutter the Volume 1 because I wasn't using it, but it was more my style than this. I have on quite a few of these shades today. I know I have on Girl Power, Empowered. The shimmers in here are also nice as well. I think the mattes are super blendable, really nice. I feel like the shimmers are okay. They're not maybe the best shimmers, but they're nice. They don't stand out in the same way maybe as some of the other palettes I've shown you, but they're okay. They're pretty decent. I don't see myself decluttering it right this second since I did just get it. However, I don't foresee this palette staying in my collection for a super long time. I want to play with it some more, but I don't know what it is. These palettes just, I don't know. Ciate London's not a bad brand, but it's not something that I sit here and go, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this look every day or try out different looks. The other palette was more speaking to me, the one that was the Volume 1, honestly. This one, I feel like it stumps me because it's not a color story I wear a ton. Oh no, what did I get all over me? This is what happens when you touch makeup and then you're a face toucher. What is that? Dangers of beauty videos. Oh, it's on my forehead? What did I do? If I have anything else on my face that I cannot see right now, please don't judge me. And the last month of this video, we're gonna talk about June. This might be the worst month for me, and I was very honest with you in that video because I'm not gonna lie to you, just because maybe I get PR from a brand or I've been working with them for a long time, or even when I bought them for a long time, I'm very honest. And that month overall was such a big bad bummer and not a great way to start the summer. I don't have much left. I really don't. I felt like with everything that I still have in my collection, not even including this, everything you've seen in this video, and going through all my declutters, if there's something in here that I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna use this, I would much rather give it to a women's shelter. I would much rather give it to some other women that would love it and need it. That's what I do, so I don't have much from this month. Sorry. But I'm also not sorry because I would much rather gift. So we're here to talk one makeup product and two skincare product because it's brand new and I really like it and it's great for my skin. Has kind of knocked out all these other skincare pieces that I still have in my collection and need to figure out what to do with. This is the Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer with Sunscreen from First Aid Beauty. Y'all, you guys know earlier this year I had a skin cancer scare, zapped it off my face, but you know I have been crazy about my SPF, so this was a no-brainer for me. I love this. I use this pretty regularly. Love, love, love. She's got a pump. She's super easy to use. She moisturizes and gives me some SPF. Love it. Now this I had to take out of my bathroom and my husband was already like, where is this? Because we love Glow Recipe. Love, love, love Glow Recipe. And their avocado face mask was our favorite. The under eye mask was pretty good too. This is the cleanser. I think this is great. I love this. Give me everything. If you're gonna give me skincare, give me some Glow Recipe because I love it so much. And this was probably gonna be gone within the next month because my husband and I both use it and love it. This is why I love subscription boxes. You get great deals on great products. And the only makeup product that I have totally forgotten about is from the brand Trust Fund Beauty, and this is Lipgasm in the shade Birthday Suit. And this kind of has a similar issue where it's more of a pinky tone here, which is nice, but the formula is a little drying, but she's cute, right? Like she's pretty. She's got a little moment to her. She's a little bit more pinky toned than some of these other ones. But it is a bullet in a black component, so I tend to forget, just like look right over it. In marketing, I feel like these indie brands, these are probably the cheapest components, but I'm like, if you get it in white or you get it in a color, I might remember it more, but it kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So I'm gonna give myself some more opportunity to play with this. I think this was a bit creamier and less drying than some of these other ones looking at it. So I need to give this some more at bats. So now that I am fully swatched up and have taken up probably close to an hour of your time, I want to hear from you. What have you gotten from a subscription box in the past 6 months that has made you go, oh my gosh, yes? Did I remind you of anything? Tell me that too, because if you are a Boxycharm babe, I want to hear. Ipsy, Icon, what do you still have in your collection? What did you get different from me? I love hearing all of your thoughts and talking with you guys down in the comments below. And thank you so much to Yesoul for sponsoring this video. It means so much to me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.